Yeah, that's exactly it. They had me masturbate to that exact song.
Oh, nice.
It was very awkward.
Did you take one leg back and do like a peg leg dance or something like that?
No, but see, I have a feature where you can request a song, and so they requested so many songs that my entire stream was just sea shanties.
Now, how do you get away with playing? Is there any type of trademarks or any legalities that you have to jump through?
I play the music very faintly in the background of my stream.
And the moans kind of overcast?
Yeah, the moans overcast it a lot.
Okay. Well, that's a good, right. It'll definitely throw off the software recognition, processing, I guess.
Absolutely.
If you're just, So how often are you camming then?
I used to cam almost every day, and I've had to take a small break because of how many shoots that I've been doing, but overall I intend to go back to streaming almost every day.
Now, what would be the necessity of taking a break? Do you just get burnt out and oversexed? Do you get sore? Do you want to keep it spicy for when you're on set?
I guess so. If I ever had to take a break, it would definitely be because I was burnt out. I think that's the only real reason why.
And now in 2 months, how many times have you needed a break?
I think the longest break that I've ever taken was 5 days, and that's because I had strep throat.
Ah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it kind of forced me to stop, and then after that, I've just been going on.
What's like the weirdest request for a tip that somebody has asked you to do?
Definitely, someone requested for me to do the ancient Egyptian titty milking dance.
Okay. All right.
What?
I think that they were very inebriated when they made that request, and they just came up with crazy requests to see what I would do if they said them.
All right, I have 2 questions. What in the hell is the ancient Egyptian titty milking ritual dance, and how much did they tip to see this?
They tipped me about $20 in order for me to attempt the dance, and I just sort of came up with it. I don't think I could do it on camera.
Oh, it's not like a real thing?
It's just like lots of jiggling of the breasts and cupping them, and all the sexy stuff. Lots of belly dance wiggles.
Okay, I'm getting a visual now, but I still have kind of no idea what that would be.
Yeah, I really have no other way to express that.
Yeah, just try your best to.
Yeah,
King Tut kind of thing.
King Twat?
King Twat. Queen Twat of the Nile.
I played some Egyptian sounding music as I did it. I think that's kind of what set the piece.
Right. Did you get up in any garb? Did you put eye makake on or anything like that?
Oh no, I was naked at the time of that stream. So
you were naked?
Yeah.
On camera?
I know, it's very intense.
So when you're doing these types of cam shows, how long did they last?
Oh, well, when I first started, I would stream for 4 hours twice a day.
What?
Yeah.
You do 8 hours on camera every day?
When I first started, I did.
Okay, I could see how you can get burnt out.
Yeah, so now I do about 2 to 3 hours per stream, and it is still absolutely wonderful. It's just I have to limit my time now because my fans get so mischievous. They think, what can we make her do in this amount of time?
You mean
and
what
they
can
get
they
me.
ask you to do?
Yeah.
Because they're not making you do anything, I
Of
hope.
course, everything's under my decision.
Right.
But
They get carried away, though.
yeah, I've had a Hitachi on me on high for about an hour and a half one time. That drove me just about crazy.
Why did that what? Too much sexual tension?
Oh, I'm very, very physically sensitive. So even just the slightest touch can really make me moan. And because the Hitachi was on high, I was, I guess the best word for it would be just writhing quite intimately.
Writhing. For an hour?
Yeah.
Jeez. And was that at the beginning or was that at the end?
They decided they were going to start that at the beginning of the stream.
Very appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to do that.
Yeah.
Just come out the gate hot.
Yeah.
What type of crazy scenes have you done?
Oh,
And don't name anybody else except for the Bang Podcast.
Oh, okay.
Don't name no companies. We don't want to hear about them.
You're right.
Because you're going to have the most fun here on the Bang Podcast, getting
Of
banged
course.
on the podcast.
Is this a band
Just as a
podcast?
This one right now.
Oh,
Yeah, we're on it. Yeah.
Let's see. The craziest one I've ever done. That's a really hard question.
I mean, have they all been crazy?
You know, there's just so much variety in the stuff that we
Right.
do. I did a porn themed in Amityville horror style.
That's cool.
That was really fun. Lots of running around the set, acting as if we're being chased, and
Horror porn.
Yeah, horror porn. It will look very scary, but all of it we were just laughing the whole time. And obviously not on camera, but you know.
Right. Cut. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. No, seriously, I'm going to die. What would you want to do? Do you have any fantasies about?
Oh my gosh. So this one sounds a little bit silly, but I've always been interested in at least just once doing lesbian nun porn.
All right. What, you're in the convent and...
Yeah, you know, I'm in the convent and one of the sisters wants to get saucy with me.
I have the name for the the episode.
Yeah.
What is it?
Scissor Sisters.
Oh, there we go.
Very clever. Very clever. I wonder if that's already out, though.
Oh, it probably.
Guaranteed.
So, is it... Is that ingrained anywhere? Like, do you have some deep-rooted...
Yeah.
Were you a Catholic schoolgirl, or...
I wasn't Catholic, but I grew up in a mega church. Yeah.
Like a cult?
It wasn't a cult, but there were a lot of people that would visit that church every day. It would be by the thousands.
The Branch Davidian out
Yeah.
in Waco?
No. Oh my gosh.
FBI.
Yeah, right. Open up. Get on
Open
the ground. Jesus.
And that's wild.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those mega churches are gross.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I'm not judging,
Oh,
But
yeah.
also...
but
No,
also
you know.
they're
Fuck you.
gross.
Yeah.
I was dating a girl, and she goes, "Oh, you know what? You need a little bit of religion in your life."
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm a porn director, but you need a little religion.
Yeah.
And she took me to a mega church in Orlando. That's
No, and look, that's not a little bit of religion in your
Mega.
life. No, that's as much
I
religion.
think we might be talking about the same exact one because the
You
one
were in
that
Orlando?
I'm talking about, actually no, but they have a branch in Orlando. It's actually in Fort Lauderdale, which is where I was born.
wild.
Yeah.
I was born in Fort Lauderdale, too.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're not related, though.
No, we're not
We're
related.
not related. At least I don't think. Yeah. So you're born in Fort Lauderdale
Yeah.
24 years ago.
And now I'm back in Fort Lauderdale.
Back, where did you go?
I've been all over Florida. I've been in Eustis, which is in Lake County. I've been in Orlando and Gainesville.
Gainesville, nice. Was Gainesville where you were at university?
Yeah, it was.
Nice.
Blue and orange? No,
Yeah.
right? Fuck down. Did you do any sports? Any other extracurricular activities?
When I was little, I did.
Yeah.
I was in. My mom had no idea what to do with me because I had so much energy growing up. So I was in about 6 different sports
At one time or just throughout your childhood?
throughout my childhood, but I would sometimes do 2 to 3 different sports at the same time.
Right.
I was in ballet, volleyball, softball, soccer, and swim team. And I don't remember the 6th one. And that's
You lied. It's just 5.
it's probably just 5.
I'll grab this right now for you. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Did you win any? Did you win any championships? Did you get any accolades in any of those sports?
Yes, I got best goalie on my team for my soccer team.
Nice. That's good. I hope you guys won a lot of games.
Yeah, it sounds like a weird thing for me to be, but I was just very attracted to the ball. I would just throw myself on it.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny too because you best goalie, so nobody was scoring. Now everybody just scores with you.
Yeah, that's very true.
Okay. Well, I like it better this way. Yeah. Fuck being a goalie. I mean, but just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
Yeah,
Words to live by.
absolutely.
What do you do now? Do you have any hobbies or extracurriculars that you do now when you're not
camming, dude.
I know. I was gonna say when you're not camming 9 hours
a day plus shooting.
Yeah, well, besides that, I illustrate on my free time.
What charcoal? What do you got? Colored pencil?
I make digital art. So I draw on an art tablet, and I make surrealist portraits.
What software do you use?
It depends. I'll vary between Adobe Photoshop. I used to use Autodesk Sketchbook Pro, and right now I'm also going back and forth between Procreate, which is an iPad one, but also it's a really funny sex joke at the same time. So
Procreate. Ah,
it's kind of weird how that turned out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So why did you? Why? What? I mean, I'm going to assume that the 8-hour-a-day camming started to not necessarily take over, but justify the ends to the means. So,
Absolutely.
Or the means to the end, better yet. So is that what made you kind of back off the whole neuroscience and biology?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
So is there any chance of you going back into the science department?
I have thought briefly about going into work as a sex therapist, because I figured if I'm already doing porn, I should always continue to go forward. And becoming like a registered sex therapist with a history as a porn star would be a pretty good addition to that resume. Yeah.
Now, being a sex therapist, what type of schooling is involved with that? Is it the typical, 6 to 8 years of post-grad and all that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be a prerequisite, but I think it would be worth it if I did go into it. If anything, though, I probably will end up setting the rest of my sights on illustration or other forms of artistic adventure.
What type of illustrations are you doing? I know you said, what was it? Surrealist?
Surrealist portraits.
Surrealist portraits. So what exactly, describe that to me.
Okay. I really love being able to take a picture, like a scene that's very emotional from a movie, and capturing the facial expression of the main character. And I'll think about what was affecting them in that moment, and then I'll draw something very unearthly and surreal that's sort of surrounding them in that experience.
Now, is the surrealism coming from vivid colors? Is it exaggerated facial expressions?
It will come from a variety of different things. I love making the background very vivid, or changing different facial qualities that the character may have, changing their eye color to something unique, adding different elements to the image that would not have naturally been there.
That's very cool. And I'm thoroughly fascinated. Now, is that also kind of what, does porn do that for you for life? Does it add elements that wouldn't necessarily be there in terms of?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Despite having done so many scenes in porn, I have actually only ever had normal sex off camera twice. And so experiencing porn is something I'm being serious.
Okay.
I'm being serious. I'm extremely shy in my everyday life, and I don't think that I could ever really show that sexual side of myself anywhere else unless someone took that courage into me.
I'm also curious, you put a caveat on that statement with normal sex, like what, as opposed to gangbangs or something at a party where...
Yeah, on my free times I just go down the hallways into casual gangbangs.
Yes, I mean, that would be out of the norm.
No, I guess I just meant I'll have sex with toys, and when I made my own videos, I would have an assistant, and I would put a dildo in her pants and fuck the dildo.
So are you bisexual, or are you more lesbian, or are you heterosexual?
I am bisexual.
You're bisexual.
I found that out the hard way because as I was going into art, I noticed that people would draw girls with these massive breasts and these big hips, and I would draw girls that way, and I thought, well, I'm just really admiring the shape, the body shape that everyone has, so I can admire girls and guys equally. And then I realized I really like girls and I really like guys.
You really like sex.
I enjoy sex, but when I have sex, it's not really the action that does it for me. It's about the intimacy that I achieve with that person.
So you do like the intimacy that you get on set, even though it's kind of, what do you say, fugazied or faked?
I never feel like my intimacy in scenes is faked.
But okay, really?
Yeah.
So you orgasm when you're on set?
Absolutely. I am actually capable of coming on command.
All right, go.
I won't do it like that, but it happens very frequently. Every orgasm that I have on and off scene is genuine.
Oh, that's cool. You don't fake it.
Yeah, I don't fake
No
it.
need, right? I
There
mean,
is
why
no
would you
need.
give somebody the satisfaction of letting them think that you came when you didn't,
Exactly. I want to be fully honest in everything that I do, so when I have an orgasm, it's all real.
That's cool. And have you worked with anybody on set who you've developed like an intimate relationship with?
Well, I don't see it like that. The way that I see it is that whenever I film with anyone, there is a sort of intimacy that you feel. When you're having that sort of very close physical contact, you make eye contact, you might kiss. Those types of elements for me, the way that you're exchanging breath and sort of feeling each other, is the type of intimacy that I'm talking about.
You should absolutely become a sex therapist. Like the way you're so calm and succinct, and you're thoughtful, and you have a nice soft voice, and you're pretty, and right, you're gonna
thank
have all
you.
of this experience about sex to back up your, like you said, your resume.
You're buttering me up for
A little
Thanksgiving
bit.
dinner.
Yeah, a little bit. And I'm sure by then you'll have more degrees than a thermometer on your wall. You know what I mean? But I kind of want to touch back on the first, since you've only had sex. So you've only had sex twice outside of porn?
Yes, I have.
All right, I want to know more about that.
Okay.
I know earlier we said normal, but I want to know the story if it's only twice.
Okay. So the thing is that I've only ever been in long-distance relationships because I've been so shy, and I've tried dating apps and things like that, and I came to the resolution that I don't want to judge anyone by their appearance. I'm just going to meet them organically online.
How you doing? I'm Lou. Don't judge me on my appearance.
Oh, Lou, you're pretty in your own way.
Thank you. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
What matters to me the most is their personality. I want to know someone for them, and that's what I want to love them for. And so when I feel that kind of connection, that's what happens. But it's only ever been in long distance relationships, and at one point it did happen where I had sex with the person that I had a long distance relationship with.
And how did that go?
It was very fun and very kinky.
Your first time was very kinky?
Well,
You were a nun.
I grew up very religiously, simply because I grew up in the path of the megachurch. I was very, I didn't want to have sex. I was very scared of sex. So I thought, why not just go into BDSM? Someone told me, what's the closest thing that you could get to sex without ever having sex? And they said, oh, well, that's bondage, obviously. So I thought, oh, you mean it's not sex? And they said, yeah. And so they introduced me to some bondage artists. And that is how I got into BDSM without ever having sex.
Okay. Are you still into BDSM?
Yes, I am. I am into hypnosis and bondage. Those are my two kinks.
That's very Christian of you.
Yeah. Yes.
Bondage and
Brainwashing.
hypnotizing.
You're
I
making
know,
the Lord
right?
proud. So, are you a hypnotist, or do you like getting hypnotized?
I am both.
All right.
I'm not as experienced as a hypnotist, but I do both.
Can you try? I've never been hypnotized. I'm very, very curious.
Oh my goodness. I don't think that I could do a rapid induction like most hypnotists could, or even a slow induction. I'm just very good at suddenly lowering my voice and teasing you just like this.
That is so sexy.
And in the tone of my voice, suddenly all of the muscles in your body begin to relax. And you just...
ASMR.
It's ASMR,
This is the
basically.
Bang Podcast ASMR segment. Please keep going.
I don't think that I could actually hypnotize you. I would have to take a very long and slow route. But,
We have plenty of time.
yeah, I am very much into hypnosis. I've been listening to those kinds of audio files for years.
Quick question: could you convince Sean, hypnotize him to use more moisturizer, please?
Yeah, and I was
Just more constant use of it.
It's kind of funny you say that. I was going to be like, can you hypnotize me to stop sweating so much?
You know what? I'm actually very sure that that's a thing that's possible.
All right, let's try it. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, no, but...
Stare into the lava lamp while you listen
yes,
to me.
you're getting very sleepy.
Pardon me.
Tick
There-
tock. Yeah.
There are actually monks, though, that through meditation, they'll go out onto the mountaintops and in the middle of the snow, and you can see the snow evaporating off of their backs. They can change their internal body temperature.
Wim Hof.